What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So Kyle Wilkes, the former coach of the mutant Nick Walker, he claps back at the mutant by reposting this old post, which was made by Nick Walker, praising the methods of Kyle as they're different, but he also said that he was happy and he trusted his methods. Then he continues praising Kyle regarding how he was able to nail the Pittsburgh Pro look and to also improve on that going into the New York Pro. Now, Nick choosing to work with a different coach, that is 100% his decision. But after he appeared on Fuad's podcast and made this response, and him saying that Kyle was being disrespectful by going on that other podcast, so Kyle is also responding back, and he kind of took Nick to the cleaners here because of all the things that he said in that podcast. So this post is a complete rebuttal of that statement. If Nick did not like the way he looked at the Pittsburgh Pro, why he did not give that feedback to his coach Kyle back then, so that they could have made some adjustments for the big show ahead, which was the Olympia this year. Look, I know, I get it. Kyle totally mistimed Nick's Olympia peak. There is no other way of saying that. And this must have been very frustrating for Nick Walker as he was making his comeback to the Olympia stage after 3 years. And there was a lot of hype behind him, a lot of anticipation. And honestly, most of that hype that was created by Nick himself, because he was consistently putting this narrative out there that Samson Dauda, the reigning Olympia champion, he was his main competition. He said that he isn't worried about Derek, and even his second place finish at the Olympia this year, and even his second place, that will be considered a loss. So with the expectations also comes the pressure. And I have got to say they both, Kyle and Nick, they failed to deliver. Now it's not the end of the world for Nick Walker. He's going to find a new coach. He's one of the best athletes out there in the world of bodybuilding. But a thing to learn from this whole situation is that not to call your coach your best friend. Because we have seen it time and time again that things turn very ugly when an athlete have a bad showing, and when a coach and an athlete, they have a falling out. This is the age of social media, and before anyone starts criticizing the media outlets that we are spreading negativity, none of these outlets, they reposted an old post of Nick Walker highlighting the difference in his stance when he won the New York Pro and his stance today after the Olympia this year. His coach did that, and they both chose to speak about it on a public platform. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So when Ronnie Coleman got beat by Gunther Schulkamp at the GNC Show of Strength, even after he successfully defended his Olympia title, many people out there wrote him off that this is the end of his Olympia reign. So some people out there are saying the same things about Samson Dauda. So there is one commonality between Samson and Ronnie. After they lost, Ronnie did not take 3 months to take a break from anything, rest or recover. He went right back into it. And right now Samson Dauda is doing the same thing. So it has hardly been a week since he competed at Prague. And the man is already back in the gym, pushing some seriously heavy weights. So the biggest advantage of Samson Dauda over each and every one of his fellow competitors is that he puts on muscle faster than anyone. So I for one expect him to show up at his biggest ever at the Olympia next year. Now, I do believe he should not do the upcoming Arnold, as his body that needs a break because the man has been competing non-stop. Since 2021, he did every single Mr. Olympia, every single Arnold, and a bunch of other shows in between. And a break will certainly increase his chances of bringing a very formidable package at the Olympia next year. And even now we can all see how quickly his physique is rebounding back, as the man is looking pretty damn huge in his latest update, and let the record show that out of all the shows that he lost in 2025, he wasn't 100% in any of them. The Mr. Olympia last year's look, where he won the Olympia, that is an awesome blueprint for Samson Dauda to follow to chase. And that's a guarantee that Samson Dauda in 2026, that is gonna show up big and up to a point where he will dwarf all the other guys with his enormous size. So let this man have a real off-season, and he has all the tools to make an awesome comeback. So I'm gonna say this, do not count him out. So the Persian Wolf Hadichoopan posted this picture of him from 2018 when he won the Portugal Pro, and that was in the 212. Neither Hadi nor Hani Rambod ever talked about his weight in any of the shows that he did. And it will come as a big surprise for lots of you people out there that he only weighed 205 pounds in that show back in 2018. And that was undoubtedly one of the best looks of his entire career. Even Hani Rambod back in the day said that the Portugal Pro version of Hadichoopan, that was so polished and so complete. So the year after that, Hadichoopan came in and competed in men's open bodybuilding when he did the famous Van Pro show, and he destroyed everyone, which to this day is still considered one of his best looks ever, and that is also Hadi's own favorite look. Now you have got to give huge appreciation to Hadichoopan. He was a short and a compact bodybuilder, but over the years, he has been able to put on so much muscle and in all the right areas, and he still has the best look in midsection. His condition is second to none, and honestly, he has been one of the very unlucky bodybuilders who have gotten so many close calls. He might have been the Olympia champion in the last 3 years consecutively. He lost to Derek by 1 point. He lost to Samson Dauda by 1 point. And this year again, he was beating Derek Lunsford at the finals. So, without a shadow of a doubt, still the biggest contender for the Olympia title next year too. So, what do you guys think Hadichoopan weighs right now? He must be in the low 230s. Definitely not higher than that. So the recent update from James Hollingshead and the kind of conditioning that he's rocking right now, that only points towards one direction. He must be looking to compete either in Japan or Spain Pro in the Big Man weekend towards the end of November. So with Andrew doing this upcoming Romania Pro, which is happening next weekend, there really isn't any point in doing a show where you have zero chance of securing your Olympia spot. Now James is trying to improve on his placings, but the man is also looking to get back to the Olympia stage next year, which honestly is looking very difficult based on the placings that he has gotten in the last few shows that he has done recently. So there are very experienced IFBB pros, some of whom are retired, who still think that James has a lot of unfulfilled potential. And if he can nail it 100%, he can still be one of the best in the world, and he can still qualify for the Olympia. And we have to keep in mind, today's era, that is very tough compared to what it was back in 2022. But there are people out there like Stefan, who used to be in James's camp as his coach, who said that James is gonna have a very hard time moving forward. But let me know what you guys think. Can James win a show this year or next year and qualify for the Olympia again? Or will his physique start to go downhill from this point onwards? Also, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.